UCC turning it around with Michelangelo just burning the matchup. And Timothy goes in, Woozy picks up the kill and the fight. Woozy gets taken down.
So no flash away, he's in the hole. At wala na si Ase.
A bit too low and kill rate. That would be a third.
Welcome back mga summoners as nagbabalik tayo dito sa 2017 LoL Collegiate League Summer Term. Kami ang maging casters view for this game. Arctic at your service fam. At syempre ang kasama ko ngayon ay si Womi. And wow, oh wow, what an intense set of games that we've had thus far. And it's only gonna get all the more intense as the day goes on.
An intense game coming from PUP. They're now 1-1, a loss against FEU. Surprisingly, after their great performance ng first game natin, when they played against ADU, they faltered against an FEU team na, again, parang kung isipin natin FEU's history in LCL talaga.
Yeah.
They've been good so far.
I mean, there's this joke that I've had because McCrory was one of the players that's currently under the team that I've handled. And there's this running joke where he's been in the LCL for so long. So he's kind of more than just a veteran, like as in literally the old players. But yeah, I mean, I gotta hand it to FEU. Looking at their roster thus far, there's a lot of promise. Some really strong players on that roster. You have Kido, McCrory, Powder, a lot of great players.
And to think that a few of them actually, two of them are new to LCL.
Yeah.
Having that veteran leadership from Kido and McCrory really helps to set the tone for FEU. And of course, importante sa isang roster na yung mga newbies nyo, yung mga freshmen nyo sa LCL is maturuan kung how things work and sa mismong team yung competitive aura ng veterans.
Exactly, but looks like we're not going to be held back any longer as we head into the drafting phase between University of Caloocan City versus Polytechnic University of the Philippines. Actually, itong parehong teams na to, kung hindi ako nagkakamali, parehong nanggaling sa defeat. So,
hungry for that.
Yeah, they both are hungry for that win. Pero dito kasi pumapasok yung mindset na kung are you gonna use yung pagkatalo nyo as motivation na ito, kailangan na talaga natin bumawi, or sa ibang mindsets, which is kind of the bad way to go, yung defeat yourself.
Yeah, yung pessimistic view na ma-dealt ka after that.
Exactly.
But looking at the bans for PUP side, a lot of jungler bans and a flex ban for Cho'Gath, respecting Rafael on that jungle role. Pero makikita naman natin sa UCC, they immediately get the Sejuani.
Oh yeah.
And medyo counter-effective yun, in my opinion, sa PUP since they banned out a lot of tank junglers. Now they can't pick a tank jungler for themselves.
Indeed. But there we go. We have the Maokai. I'm not quite sure if this will be a flex to jungle. We'll just have to see. I mean, yeah, looking at things right now, Beast gonna be sticking to what he knows. I highly doubt this will be cheesed. I wouldn't necessarily say cheese, but it's just that we don't really see that much Morgana mid, or in the case of AEX, they also like to use Morgana top.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm definitely thinking this might be a priority. Maybe they are aware of the fact that UCC themselves might want to utilize the Morgana for themselves, which is why they take it right away.
And to think na binan ng UCC a lot of jungle damage junglers actually. If you see na yung carry jungler na Kha'Zix and Ezreal, actually Ezreal is a jungler right now in the current meta. It gets banned out. Now if you think about it, na tank junglers yung binan ng PUP, and yung UCC they banned out carry junglers. It's just limiting the whole aspect of the jungle role here na it has to be Maokai jungle or else Mao jungle siya, or kasi it's a Sejuani, a tanky champion with a lot of damage even if you build tank. So as of now, UCC is, I guess, winning the pick and ban phase.
Interesting though. Looks like it is gonna be the Kog'Maw paired with a Morgana. I mean, usually when I think Kog'Maw, you'd want to go for supports that grant a little bit more utility than a Morgana would, in my opinion. But I don't know. What are your thoughts on
I
putting
guess
Morgana with the Cog?
it's just to counter the CCs. It's what Morgana does. Yun lang yung kayang gawin ng Black Shield eh. But then again, Black Shield does proc Ardent Sensor. And to think na kung may ma-snare sila and Kog'Maw is in range, most of the time will be with that W, it will still deal a lot of damage. Pero sa side ng UCC, makikita naman natin na nag-Twitch Janna sila, which is fairly strong.
Oh yeah.
Kasi extra AD for Twitch. And if Twitch builds attack speed instead of damage early on, which people usually do, that Janna shield paired with Ardent will give him enough damage to make his power spike earlier.
Indeed. So looking at the bans real quick here, Galio Vladimir already banned away from... what's interesting here. Yeah, could flex Galio technically, as well as Vladimir and Jarvan the fourth and Ari. I mean, interesting.
I guess they banned out these carry junglers and Ezreal as well, LeBlanc, an assassin, and also Ari. Jarvan in general is just a really good diving champion with lots of damage and armor penetration. You don't want your Twitch, who only has the ability to reposition once, to get dived on. So smart bans coming from UCC, and it's the side of PUP. Looks like they don't want any champion that can counter their Syndra. Since Syndra, if you pair it up, kinakalaban niya is Galio or a Vladimir. Vladimir can just Sanguine pull away from your ultimate.
Indeed. And there we go. We do have Syndra locked in. We're still waiting for the pick coming in from UCC. That what? Ooh, Cassiopeia gonna be potentially locked in. Is that gonna be a lock in? Kind of waiting on it though. I don't want to get my hopes too high.
Well, if it is Cassiopeia lock in, also an Urgot, actually pretty surprising because if you want an Urgot composition, you usually, okay, that's good. Again with the point na sabi ko na yun, you usually get bursty champions because you want that HP bar to pop up really quick for you to get that first execute and fear.
Right.
But then again, they pick Shen, extra protection for that Twitch, and Cassiopeia as well. Cassiopeia, considering her kit, she's like an AD carry but with AP.
Right.
Constant damage, poison, and also a stun actually. So I guess it will be a skill matchup in mid lane.
So there. Oh yes. Oh man, we're gonna be seeing that reworked Xin Zhao ability-wise, of course. So I'm really interested in seeing how Levi will kind of flex a bit of muscle here, show us a thing or two as to how the new Xin Zhao works out. But yeah, I mean, what are your thoughts on this Xin Zhao right now, considering the overall composition of UCC?
Well, overall, the UCC composition is another hyper carry considering its Twitch. So yung bagong ultimate ni Xin Zhao, which blocks the auto attacks from outside the range of the circle, that will effectively halt the damage coming from Twitch, and Twitch won't be able to stack that much stacks on Xin Zhao only. But if Twitch decides to deal damage to Xin Zhao, he has to enter the circle, and entering the circle for an AD carry would just mean death for him.
Especially when you're a Twitch.
Yeah.
I mean, if it were something like a Vayne, probably, wherein you have shorter range. So technically, if I'm not mistaken, like the range you'd exert with a Vayne would just be enough to be within the circle of a Xin Zhao regardless if you really want to get some basic attacks on. But yeah, overall, very interesting right here. So we do have both compositions locked in for University of Caloocan City and Polytechnic University of the Philippines. Both teams hungry to get a victory after their recent defeat. The question is, which team will manage to bounce back? And which team will ultimately falter?
What I like about the summoner spell selection for UCC right now, they opted for the barrier heal bot lane, which is greater effective in late game, but in laning not so much. If ever may masnare si Beast Boy na efficient naman siya mag-snare, that could mean a lot of trouble kasi if Janet doesn't take exhaust against a Kog'Maw na makaka-free hit sa kanya, she'll die na mabilis lang.
Yeah, and from what we've seen during the previous game, I mean, Beast is so on point with these dark bindings here. Like I mentioned, this is one of his pocket picks that he's very, very efficient at. So I'm kind of worried if they can't kind of fancy footwork dodge around these dark bindings, then it might be tricky for them.
Yeah, what's interesting then is the Cassiopeia pick, knowing that the Kog'Maw is a very long-range AD carry.
Right.
Cassiopeia needs to be in range for her E. And pag hindi niya nagawa yun, her damage will just go to a Maokai who's going to be, I'm already saying it, Maokai will build adaptive health.
Definitely. I mean, the funny thing is that nung unang labas pa lang ng adaptive health, automatically naisip ko na kawawa si Cassiopeia.
Also Talia.
Oh, man.
Those constant yung battle mage champions
Exactly.
actually. Also Victor. So this adaptive helm just really messes up the kit of battle mages in general.
Indeed. And what's interesting is that technically they put themselves in that position. They already knew that the Maokai was on the board, still locks in the Cassiopeia. So there's some level of confidence in a way, I think, unless they did kind of neglect to consider that adaptive helm altogether. But still, we'll just have to see. It does come down to execution, I'd say, with the composition that UCC has right now. It's actually kind of well-rounded in my opinion. They have engaged, they have disengaged, genre. So we'll just have to see. I mean, UCC, one of those, technically the 3rd seed overall, considering the standings towards the finish of the summer term. So, you know, definitely a team that you don't want to underestimate, I'd say.
Yeah, also University of Caloocan City is just, I think, I'm watching their games, where it's just, they have this synchronization din sa team nila na they know what to do as a team. Hindi yung they know na I have to do this micro play.
Right.
Na they will prioritize the macro play more than the micro play. So I'm just really excited on how this game will turn out. I guess less on team fights, especially na we have these hyper carry comps. It's been the trend for the past few games.
Right.
You have to farm up your carry before you pick up a fight. That's just it.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately we're just waiting for I'm really excited to get into the action right here because both teams I did kind of manage to follow. UCC, I mean, having tuned into the LCL for the entire term last term, definitely high expectations of them. But then again, at the same time, there's that question I did put on pending for PUP right here. They have proven themselves to have improved a bit in terms of what they've lacked during the previous term, but still, that was only one game where we witnessed that. Time can only tell as we head into this next game as to it's going to be a constant or are we going to see some potential problems as these games go.
But again, if we look at the compositions, I mean, it all rounds down kung sino yung pinaka marunong gumalaw as a team. Kasi it's a hyper carry comp. You can't just let your AD carry do all the work for you.
Exactly, and there you have it, folks. Mukhang pasok na tayo dito sa ating game for today. Once again, ito ang bakbakan between University of Caloocan City versus Polytechnic University of the Philippines. We're not gonna make you guys wait any longer. Let's head into the action.
Again, with the Morgana start, yung kaninang ginawa nila, it will be an invade, pero na-spot sila ng ward ng UCC. Great warding there sa Tribush. And knowing na sa bot side dadaan ang buong invade ng PUP, they immediately opt to start sa red ng kalaban or sa blue nila mismo. You can see pings going down and Shen is already rotating towards the red side of PUP. So this will be a tricky part in the early phase wherein PUP doesn't get a kill.
Exactly, and not just that, but also at the same time, because of that adjustment, it looks like PUP trying to outplay UCC in a way, pero because of that information given to UCC na nandun sila towards bot side. So it looks like UCC themselves gonna go for this invade on the red, but ooh.
Did he get saplings? No, he just checked. Oh no, you should have put a ward there.
Oh man, I was almost thinking that itong plano ni Rafael and Michelangelo makufoil, pero missed out opportunity right there. And this might actually slow Levi a little bit as far as deterring him through his rotations in the jungle.
Yeah, sneaky Ninja Turtle sila doon.
Living up to their name. Ninjas indeed.
And now, kung dahil wala yung information na yon sa PUP, since Zhao will continue his route papunta sa red and to discover only na wala na siyang red, wherein UCC gets the option to get their own red and then rotate sa bot lane. I mean, a redless Sin Zhao will find it hard to land those 3 strikes for a knockup.
Oh man. Let's go ahead and see how things will go here. Looks like Leonardo taking a bit of damage there. So it does.
Oh,
Ooh, Enju though. But there we go. Little bit of a pokey, but no. Looks like he'll be forced to back away. Timing a little bit off there. You know, that's the thing though. As soon as those Dark Binding lands, you want to kind of get that poke on while you still can.
yeah. And being a support player as well, knowing that I've played Morgana a lot of times then, I mean, ang pangit lang kay Morgana is that if your snare doesn't land, but then again, it lands. So
And there you go though. Enju continuing the chase here. Leonardo forced to pop his flash as well as Enju technically, but problem here is that a lot more resources exhausted from both Leonardo and Donatello. So the Turtles, unfortunately, coming off at the not the best end of the trade there.
now we have a flashless Twitch 3 minutes in, and kahit walang red si Sinzao, a flashless Twitch is basically a sitting duck if you land your CC.
Yes.
And we have a Morgana that's been consistently good with his bindings. Kaya this will be a lot of trouble for UCC. If ever Kog'Maw gets the levels on his W, then Beast just landing his snares like he always does.
Dude, Beast does as he pleases, but there you go. Not quite connecting there. Good attempt though, but still. Leonardo and Donatello. This is the tricky part right here when you have so many of your summoners down. Only a flash up for Donatello. That's where things get tricky, but here we go. We have a little bit of a trade-off between Michelangelo and Mia. But yeah, looking at Mia right now, he is low on mana, so can't really trade as hard as he would have liked. So here we go though, we have a little bit of a gank here. Splinter taking so much damage. Levi really going in, forced to back away though, taking so much poison. Raphael trying to continue the ace, but no, he is forced to back away as he is a little bit lower on the spectrum with HP.
Well, great reaction there for Raphael, knowing na magagank sa mid lane, and lamang siya ng bufflets.
Ooh.
Yes, Michelangelo knowing his damage over there. Yung nakita na niya dun sa passive niya, he got the mastery where he deals extra bonus damage. So he just flashed in, got the kill. That's an automatic 400 gold lead for UCC. But there's a gank on bottom lane.
Indeed, Raphael continuing the chase nga dito kay Enju. Nag-flash out though, realizing, nako, yun yung terror. Pero Enju himself, very, very low. Leonardo does go down. Kog'Maw in exchange trying to get the passive onto Raphael. Does not connect though. Beast trying to balance things out though. There's a lot of juicy targets. Gets Raphael. And that will end in a 2-for-1. Considering that was for UCC, but does end in favor of PUP.
Now, again, the snare hits. So, tuwing may nasi-snare si Beast, Enju just gets a lot of confidence na mag-auto-attack agad. So kahit alam niya mamamatay na siya doon, knowing that Kog'Maw has this suicidal passive, that trade just went to their favor. And now that Morgana has extra EXP because she actually lived, her snares will be leveled a little bit faster than the Janna.
Indeed.
But if you look at the itemization for Twitch though, he got Targons. So that will be a faster, generally much faster Ardents for Janna, but again, they won a gank in bot lane, so
Indeed.
maybe sabay na lang lalabas yung Ardent na yun.
And there is a little bit of a compensation by going for this. Does leave you a little bit more vulnerable. Sure, you get a little bit of health. You do get a small amount of regen just to force that Ardent Sensor. But then again, with Summoner still a little bit of a way to go, that might be tricky. And at the same time, what's kind of scary here is that Beast, 15% cooldown reduction right now because of the Forbidden Idol plus the support item right there. So that's gonna grant a lot more Dark Bindings for him to just keep on throwing like there's no tomorrow.
And knowing that this Cassiopeia is hard to gank, he doesn't even bother to go to mid lane anymore like what he usually does, because he keeps on landing those snares on bottom lane.
Indeed, great Black Shield right there. They are bringing the pain out to Leonardo. Leonardo forced to heal, but here comes Stand United coming in from Shen. Enju might have to back away. They're taking so much damage. Will he be going down? Yes, Donatello gets the kill. He's trying to run this out constantly, no, but it's like Michelangelo will content himself with that one kill in favor of UCC.
This is the beauty of a Shen. I mean, makikita natin na talo na talaga dapat ang UCC doon. But then again, that Shen ult saves his life and then turns around for a kill. And given na namatay na did Kog'Maw flash? So, yeah, no, Flash
No,
was on cooldown, but then again, it's still a kill. And now Shen is 1-0-1 against a 0-1 Maokai.
Yeah, and looking at the damage that Michelangelo actually brings to the table, pretty nifty. It actually has Tiamat now, so it will eventually lead towards a Titanic Hydra. And this will grant some,
Bonus health.
yeah, and great push potential right here.
But if you think about the composition of PUP right now, if Maokai gets behind, there won't be a lot of reliable tanks, knowing that Xin Zhao has to build attack speed or damage. So the only form of tankiness Xin Zhao can bring is with his ultimate. And if fed enough, Twitch can enter that circle and fight him head on. But then again, this is a 5v5 game. Twitch won't do that, and
Splinter does get the ultimate from Cinder, but looks like Levi will be getting the kill. Not to be confused with Levi from Gigabyte Marines, though.
Yeah.
Just for the record.
And now Levi having that one kill will further bolster his speed in getting those items that he needs to deal a lot of damage. Being a carry jungler, if he gets ahead, it's like getting a fed Kha'Zix as well.
Yes.
I mean, Xin Zhao, as of now, for the rework, it's just he deals not a lot of damage, but he deals enough damage to pose a threat on those carries. Especially with that ultimate that blocks out auto attacks, so you just can't hide too far around Xin Zhao.
Dark Bindings just keep hitting, man oh man. And that does force Levi, though, actually gonna go in onto Michelangelo, forced to flash away. Are they gonna continue the chase, though? Looks like gets the knockup, but still Raphael is within the vicinity. Gets the glacial prison onto Levi right there, but looks like they will be turning the fight onto Raphael. Question is, Raphael still not exactly on the tanky side, but ooh, looks like it's gonna be another situation right here.
Yeah.
Just waiting for that to load. A little bit of suspense, ladies and gentlemen.
But again,
and there you go. Raphael lives another day. Splinter gets the kill. The chase is on Mia. Very, very low on mana, though. Looks like Splinter still very, very much healthy on the mana side. So it looks like he'll be continuing the chase. But no, I don't think he has enough movement speed. Can't land for the extra bonus movement speed. And it looks like they'll content themselves for now with the 1-for-1.
yeah, Master Splinter going there to save his student. And I mean, with the presence of Cassiopeia, they immediately back off. It would have been a kill for towards Sejuani. But then again, Cassiopeia appears, has all this mana, very healthy. They have to back off and respect the damage. But then again, even if he actually burns a flash out of Maokai. So a flashless Maokai, a Xin Zhao who is currently 2-1. This might be trouble for her. I know, no. Actually, it's a Sejuani without a flash, so Maokai is pretty much a little bit safe on that top lane.
A little bit, yeah, definitely. But looks like Levi will be going for the Infernal Drake. One of the better Drakes, I'd say. Probably one of the best
Infernal Drake.
at the end of the spectrum that will boost more damage. But then again, if you're going to think
Looks like the sneaky Ninja Turtles are having a little bit of ninja moments for themselves.
Exactly.
So, nabalik naman ng PUP ang favor sa sneaky na ginawa nila kaninang pag-agaw ng red buff. So, an early Infernal Drake for PUP would mean, I guess, bigger damage for early skirmishes, and looks like there will be a trade-off sa bot lane.
Oh man, tries to go for the top but does not connect. Here comes the teleport though from Mia. Cancels it out. Technically not needed anymore. So good restraint.
I like how Kog'Maw respected the range of the taunt from Shen. Immediately flashed out. Kasi, I mean, if they keep timers of Shen's flash, siguro they didn't. Kasi if they knew, he wouldn't flash out. But then again, respect the Shen taunt. Kasi pag na-taunt ka and mahuli ka doon, you'll fall really behind. You're 1-2-1 against a Twitch who's 0-1-2. Basically the same gold o baka lamang ka pa nga. Pero if you get killed by either Shen or another assist towards that Twitch, lamang na siya sa gold and you do not like that.
I mean, it's already tricky enough wherein you kind of want to give a little bit more time for Mia to build up on tank items as well. Because like you did mention, Levi gonna be opting for more damage-oriented Sinzao. I mean, looking at the Blood Rage actually goes up, but ooh, Levi actually goes in onto Leonardo. Donatello, is he gonna go for the kill? Here comes the teleport coming in from Michelangelo. Looks like gets the root, but this might actually be tricky. Gets taunted. Donatello, no follow-up from AD though to deal damage, but still, it doesn't matter. Leonardo gets the kill. Ultimate from Marian takes down Leonardo in exchange. Is this fight gonna continue? But no, looks like both sides will be backing off right now. AD carry for jungler for both sides.
Now, this is where kanina nakita natin na yung ultimate ni Sinzao na cast, diba? And Twitch just couldn't kite. If he kited near the Sinzao, that would reveal his invisibility, and that would mean an earlier death. And he had to walk away from that circle, leaving him no choice to just not touch the Sinzao at all.
Indeed.
So, dahil nga naka-invisible lang siya doon, and Beast Boy having the sixth sense, snared an invisible Twitch, it translated to a kill. And kaso nga lang, a great response for UCC, having to kill the Sinzao as well. Very squishy Sinzao, to be honest.
5-5 equal though thus far. Still no clear lead just yet. You know, it's kind of a tug of war that's happening here. But then again, I mean, what's kind of interesting here is that you have the Twitch and the Kog'Maw. If at least one of these AD carries just kind of spearheads, you know, it's just going to be a world of pain. But then again, both AD carries actually 1-2-2 respectively. So not quite there yet though. Although there is that small advantage in terms of CS, 75 to 93. But there you have a fight here. Glacial versus connecting those. These are 3 members of PUP that are in the fray. That's going to be a 3v3 actually. Levi taking so much damage. Goes down to Splinter. They are continuing to chase though. Beast forced to back away. 1 casualty thus far. Mia might actually try something. Doesn't get the stun onto Splinter, unfortunately. But here comes the ultimate. Meow, meow, meow. They go, but that won't be enough for follow-ups. Ultimately ending in a 1-0.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of miscommunication for the side of PUP. Sinzao diving in, almost dying. Actually died because of diving in, and his teammates were not ready for that play at all. So it translated to another Cassiopeia kill. Cassiopeia now 2-1, but then again has a CS differential of 20 against the Syndra.
I like that line from Twitch. I was hiding. Always, it's like something. It's just very signature Twitch. But anyway, 6-5 right now. Me and Michelangelo kind of getting into a little bit of a trade-off here, but still, Michelangelo with the Yama though, and we'll just have to see how this goes. I mean, it's still fairly equal. We really honestly can't say who's eventually gonna pull ahead, because looking at both sides, you know,
it's just a 500 gold lead.
Yeah.
And if we look at the CS differential of the AD carries, I think it just stems from Leonardo burning his flash and heal early on. He had to play safe. So playing safe just means you give your turret a little bit more minions than you should.
Oh, Raphael though in the neighborhood. Gonna try something. Marian though taking this camp, but gets caught up by Splinter. Actually gets a little bit of poison on Marian. Might be in trouble here. Manages to avoid the stun, but that doesn't matter. Raphael ultimately gets the kill.
Zero counterplay for that engage for UCC. Since they had the Shen, Syndra had no chances of bursting anyone down. So I think as of now, Shen is just really showing up at this game.
Ooh, there we go. A little bit of fight out the river. Levi taking so much damage, and that is going to be a little bit of a pause right there. Don't worry, we'll be getting back into the action momentarily. Abangan sa susunod na kabanata ng Game 4 ng LCL, I'd say. But yeah, so far, I mean, equal ground for both sides.
Yeah, equal grounds. But then again, as far as we saw, na-build na ni Kog'Maw yung Rage Blade niya.
Yes.
So that means he's on his power spike while Twitch is on the Zeal. And pag nagkaroon na ng fight, if ever they do break out fight, we can only hope that Shen effectively protects the carry na itatry i-burst down ng Kog'Maw, because a Rage Blade Kog'Maw just deals a lot of damage for that time. I mean, sa power spike niya na 10-minute mark, 8-9-minute mark na makuha mo yung Rage Blade na yun, it's just so much damage, kaya siya contested pick.
And there we go, ladies and gents. But nonetheless, the game will continue on in just a bit. Once again, this is University of Caloocan City versus Polytechnic University of the Philippines. Both teams hungry for a victory after defeats against National University and Far Eastern University, respectively, for UCC and PUP.
Yeah, and sa PU, who lost against FEU again?
PUP.
Yeah, and their loss against FEU, I watched the game earlier.
Yeah.
It was just the Twitch just really dealt a lot of damage, and I mean, I guess they didn't do their homework against FEU because FEU Kido has been playing this Twitch for a very long time now, and he just memorized all the damage and power spikes. So I guess if only they did their homework like what they did on their first game. So I guess the improvement of PUP from last term's PUP lies in their preparation and maybe a little bit on their synchronization now as a team. But then again, preparation, the pick and bans is a part of competitive gameplay.
So there you have it, folks. Just a little bit of insight as to what happened off stream, but nonetheless, man, just really raring to get back into that game there because it's just so tricky to figure out who's going to be winning that. Because from what we've seen, it's just kind of going back and forth. But I feel like because for both sides, each one kind of has a distinct superstar, I'd say, as far as who's performing. It's just that which superstar could actually, I mean, not necessarily superstar, but someone that's eventually, of course, shining on each roster. But the question is, which player could help pull their team to a victory here? Because, like we mentioned for PUP, for example, there's Beast with this Morgana, Dark Binding signing consistently, but then again, he's a support. So it all depends on how the follow-up goes at the same time. So again, team effort really. Team effort.
Yeah, and I think it will all boil down to the first dragon fight, I guess, because the next closest objective will be the dragon. But then again, Rift Herald, we usually don't see a lot of team fights revolving around the Rift Herald.
Right.
It's usually just small skirmishes, and whoever wins that skirmish gets the Rift Herald. It's kinda lackluster for me na hindi masyadong kinokontest yung Rift Herald when it could easily burst down turrets given the proper usage. Pero then again, a dragon is more permanent, so siguro kaya pinaglalaban yung dragon talaga, highly contested objective, mas lalo na kung Infernal Blade. But then again, PUP got sneaky at one moment, got one Infernal Drake away from UCC.
And there we go, back into the game we go. Muli tayong bumabalik sa game. So, Levi taking so much damage, forced to kind of push that Shen away. Michelangelo, though, both actually surviving with a slither of health, though, but Splinter gonna be bringing the plane. Glacial Bristle actually connecting onto this Maokai here. Dark Binding does miss, forced to flash away, but these are two members that are so low from PUP. Beast for the save, but no, the poison just too much for Mia and is taken down. That'll be a 1-0. Rift Herald halted, mission accomplished, UCC.
Yeah, mission accomplished indeed, and they also got a kill. They might be taking Rift Herald for themselves right now, knowing that Xin Zhao is low, and Maokai isn't around. I mean, it's 13 seconds, 12 seconds, 10 seconds until he's alive. Then yung teleport niya is up. Pero then again, there's no wards. So, yun yan, may isa lang pala, but then hindi na talaga siya abot because as we all know, ang teleport na nerf siya a few matches ago, takes full 3 seconds.
Goes for the turn though, Beast taking a lot of damage. Michelangelo does manage to slay Marian though. So ultimate penalty from the Maokai, but this won't halt UCC from taking this Red Herald at one time. Big time objective right there.
And now we can see that Cassiopeia is 3-1-2. And as a Cassiopeia, a scaling champion, we know, shouldn't be this fat early on part of the game. Typical Cassiopeia would be farming, but UCC has been playing so well around this Cassiopeia that they got the Cassiopeia 3-1-2 early on in this part of the game. And to think meron pala talagang synchronization and Twitch and Cassiopeia. Again, the Twin Fangs will deal bonus damage if the enemy is poisoned. And now, by poison, that doesn't mean Cassiopeia is poison only. Twitch is poison as well.
Oh, I actually didn't know that. So a little bit of fun info right there. Unless it's just me that knows it, then shame on me. Doesn't know it, but yeah, shame on you, Arctic. How. But yeah, a little bit of a fight happening. Michelangelo versus Mia towards the top here, but it looks like Levi is within the vicinity. Yeah, a little bit of a bait trying to put, but again, this is a way of pushing in right there. Mia trying to go for it. Michelangelo, Levi finally gonna go in, gets Michelangelo within range. Mission accomplished right there. Levi gets the kill.
Levi being a patient jungler over there, knowing when to strike. He just waited for the Shen to pop his taunt and then went in for the kill. Great play there by Levi.
Patience, summoner indeed, but Leonardo taking so much damage right there. Forced to back away in a sneaky fashion. And Andrew and Beast, but there we go, actually, first turret of the game goes to PUP. Wow.
And that almost equalizes, it actually equalizes the gold lead, only a 100 gold lead now. And we talked about Kog'Maw's power spike since he got the Rage Blade. Now we can see that bottom lane of UCC is struggling. Kasi nauna na yung power spike ni Kog'Maw, and you see this is just one hit, almost killing Leonardo. So, yun nga, makikita natin, I guess this will be the bot lane turret in a few minutes. Then, rotating towards the dragon side. Ito na yung sinasabi ko sa'yo kanina na magkakaroon ng fight sa dragon. So, let's wait for that. I know it will happen. I just know.
Indeed, man, oh man. 9 and 6 on the scoreboard right now. Equal grounds for both sides due to this first turret take from PUP. But still, it's only a matter of time before UCC manages to take some turrets themselves. But then again, the sooner Andrew and Beast takes down this turret, this will grant them a little bit more maneuverability. Glacial person connecting on to Andrew, taking so much damage, forced to flash away Black Shield to try to prevent any further slowdowns, but looks like Beast will end up as the sacrifice himself in order to save his carry.
That extra range from Twitch's ultimate just gave Twitch the capability to get that kill against Morgana. And now Twitch is 2 and 2. That means he will be able to buy that Infinity Edge faster. And pag nabilin na niya yung Infinity Edge niya, that will match the power spike that the Ginsu Rage Blade gave Kog'Maw.
Man, oh man. I mean, with that happening right there, this might actually be the shove-in potentially towards that bot turret from PUP, but nonetheless, it's another scenario of abangan sa susunod na kabanata ng League of Legends. We're here at LCL. I'm in no way punning an anime right there, but still, looking into what's transpired thus far. It's interesting because Andrew and Beast, you know, they're just really bullying here. But then again, what's unfortunate here is that...
Oh, here comes the dragon. Looks like it will be an uncontested dragon since they actually killed the bottom lane duo early on.
Yeah, there we go. Dragon easy take right there by UCC. But yeah, what I've been pointing out here is that Andrew and Beast have really been full-on aggressive on both Leonardo and Donatello. It's just that good on Raphael to kind of balance out things so that it helps relieve some of the pressure that Leonardo and Donatello going to win this bot lane, but that's going to be the assault onto Marian right there. Actually gets done, but no, will be going down to that Cassiopeia once again. Splinter now 4-1 into man. Oh man, that's a very, very painful scene.
If I were Marian, I'd be crying right now, knowing that I can't burst anyone down with that Shen, and I can't burst anyone down with that Janna either. So Marian has been really counterplayed the whole time. Every time there was a gank, dadating din si Raphael. And every time he tried to burst down anyone, dadating si Shen. So I guess Syndra just really got shut down this game.
There goes, really going at it for this turret. Raphael does stop quite well. Entry lingering towards the sideline, but looks like UCC will take it easy for now. Will content themselves with that outer turret, and bye-bye Rift Herald. Thank you for your service.
Bye-bye Rift Herald indeed. Pero nakuha nila yung mid tower, which is a really great tower, and we will see a replay of what happens sa bottom lane. And dito nga makikita natin na pita si Twitch, which eventually opened the dragon freely for use. I know, actually no. It wasn't that replay because it's Kog'Maw kills.
But there we go. Leonardo gonna be going down once again. Man, oh man, 2-4-2 to a 2-2-2. These carries just couldn't catch a break in my opinion. I mean, Andrew with all these Sejuani ganks and then Twitch just getting milled down by just the pure damage coming off of Kog'Maw, complemented by Ginsu's Rage Blade.
Yeah, and to think na nag-ninja tabi pa against na Twitch, that just really limits the damage as of now na wala pang Infinity Edge si Twitch. However, if Twitch gets the Infinity Edge, he will be able to match the damage na. And we can see the late game potential of Twitch as well.
Good timing on that stun right there. Here comes Stan United coming in from Splinter, and Michelangelo gonna go for the taunt. The counter engage is right there. Looks like Mia gonna escape right there, but still 2-0 in favor of UCC, and they are not slowing down at all.
Yeah, bad trade for PUP there.
Oh,
Again,
setup pick
dun
for
tayo
Garena.
sa Shen and
Yeah.
Janna na yun. Akala natin mamamatay na si Cassiopeia. Finally, makakabawi na yung Syndra. But then again, that Shen pops off. And a dead mid laner and a dead jungler might mean a free Baron for UCC.
Yeah, they are going for the take right here. Ian, he's trying to disrupt them for as much as they can.
Oh no, Twitch is in a good position.
Indeed, gets the backline right there, forced to back away. The unofficial ace in a way for UCC as they go back to this Baron here. Levi making his way towards the Baron pit, but I don't think he'll make it in time though. My friends though, heal from Janna.
Resets. Makes sure that the team is healthy and no steal will happen. That's the beauty of a Janna. I mean, kahit magkaroon ng team or it was a replay of what happened sa mid lane. Again, we can see that this was an effective gun. Great stun, by the way. But then again, mamamatay na dapat. But then again, the flash and may Shen na. And then Raphael just pops out of nowhere. It's an already UCC win in that fight.
That's a maneuver that actually requires a lot of trust in your teammates right there, because that was the risk right there. If Raphael wasn't on point with that Glacial Prison, Splinter could have actually done it because he was still kind of juggling around, baiting out the Xinjiao and Syndra to stay long enough for the response there. So, you know, good on Splinter right there. It really shows just how long UCC has been in it together, and it reflects in their teamwork in general.
And to think that Sejuani has 2-1-9, I mean, that's about 60 or 68% kill participation. Also Shen, who has a higher kill participation in their team. This just shows that they do move and counter the plays of the enemy together. And now we can see that Syndra having to be ano na siya dito na, what you call that? Compromise. Yeah.
Yes.
He's compromised. Has to build a lot of magic penetration, opting for that Void Staff.
So, yan na nga. 16 and 8 sa ating scoreboard ngayon. UCC, I'd say, this is the tricky part right here. It's because PUP, without a doubt, definitely has the talent. But if you can't translate that talent into working as a team, because from what I see here, as far as, you know, realizing what your weaknesses are from after level, but I'll have to hold that right there. Raphael taking so much damage from 3 members of PUP, but looks like they'll be reversing the fight right here. Splinter goes for the miasma to slow things down for the rest of PUP for the convergence, and looks like they will go back to this turret right here. Splinter goes for the ultimate. Beast goes down, dominating this Cassiopeia, and this will kind of force PUP to scatter back a bit.
We have to look at the Cassiopeia in that fight. Cassiopeia landed 2 crucial miasmas. Even if hindi niya na-land yung ultimate niya, that just dealt a lot of damage and forcing PUP to back off. Given na may Baron buff sila, baka makapush pa sila until the inhibitor turret. But then again, that would be a little bit unsafe for UCC. They will be taking a risk if they push towards the inhibitor turret.
Mia kind of conflicted here towards the bot side. He was really hoping that the rest of PUP will be able to hold off long enough, but is forced to back away. We'll have to leave Michelangelo taking that outer bottom turret as well. It looks like UCC again. They are just really pulling off some ninja moves here, living true to their Ninja Turtles name.
Yeah, and having the Ninja Turtles name, we have a true life ninja here sa bot lane. Kanina pa siya nagpo-push. Even if Stand United is on cooldown, may teleport naman siya if ever a fight breaks out. But then again, that shield not available. I guess dapat nagtapang na yung PUP that time. But yun nga, it's a Kog'Maw combo. Once it reaches late game, if your Kog'Maw gets to free hit a lot, it will be a win-win kahit lamang na lamang yung kalaban.
It's kind of a scenario wherein this is one of the deficiencies you'd encounter. It's a risk in itself when you're running a champion that requires to have a decent to great early game. And I'm particularly referring to the Syndra here, because not really able to do much in this case, because whatever damage the Syndra deals, let's say, onto the Cassiopeia in itself won't really feel it as much because of the Abyssal Mask, plus the fact that it's regenerated through the poison on top of a twin tank. So
the only targets that Syndra can burst down is Twitch and Janna. But given that Janna can cast shield on herself, has a heal for an ultimate, the only person he can burst down sa kabila is just Twitch. And Twitch, having that Shen for protection, having that Janna, it just limits the options for a Syndra. Even if you are a good Syndra, against a composition like this, you will really find it hard to deal a lot of damage if you get behind.
Indeed, there we go. 17 and 8 though. Man.
But props to Marion Cutie, even if he's behind in kills, and he's behind in kills. He's not behind in CS.
True.
Just, consistency on that part.
You know, in cases wherein you're behind, you want to try to keep up to par in other aspects, I say, whether in responses or even in just simple things like CS, which he is pulling off right now. But then again, the question is, can PUP pull off the teamwork that they need to get the counter onto UCC? Because UCC just kind of milling them down now, and from PUP, from how they've been playing it thus far, I feel a little bit of a disconnect, I'd say.
Yeah, and PUP, Enju, I think he's building towards a Wit's End, which is a great counter against the Cassiopeia, by the way. So if ever PUP reaches in the point sa late game na mababalance na nila yung damage output nila, I guess that's the only win condition they have left. In UCC's condition, all they have to do right now is get pickup kills, push, and then try to end the game as fast as possible. Pero hindi naman nila kailangan magmadali din kasi meron silang Cassiopeia that will scale until the late game.
This is kind of the sad part here for... Ooh, Raphael actually gets the Blaze of Prison onto Andrew right there. Splinter manages to get Levi though. Looks like the next casualty will be the Syndra. Will Mia succumb as well, trying to back off. And yes, indeed, double kill for Leonardo. They are going hard onto this inhibitor turret. So all 5 members of UCC just added in.
And the only surviving members of PUP right now is the bottom lane duo, which can't do much because if Morgana decides to die in the fight just for Kog'Maw to deal damage, they can end the game. And as of now, they can even try to end the game. 15 seconds on Syndra and 5 seconds on Xin Zhao, which can easily be melted down in their fights.
Ooh, they are just going at it constantly. There goes Nexus turret number 1. Can I see number 2? But no, looks like they will be backing off, realizing that it would be a bit dangerous to force it without a wave pushing in. Levi, is he going to go for the chase? No, will just content himself with the defense for another day. But then again, Baron is almost up 28 seconds. Just a little bit of a reset for UCC and established vision. Looks like PUP themselves are making their way. Let's go ahead and check out the replay.
We can note Twitch's positioning here. He stays away from the fight early on, but then again gets caught by Xin Zhao. But even if Xin Zhao gets the carry, he's still squishy. The moment he casts his ult, he disappears a second after. And after that, it's just kill after kill. And it's a win for UCC. It's pretty obvious na kasi by this time, the power spikes is all in favor of UCC. Kanina pinag-usapan natin, di ba, na nauna ang power spike ni Kog'Maw sa Ginsu Rage Blade. But then, nung nakuha na nga ni Twitch yung IE niya, it's just all went well for UCC. And now we have a 20-8 game with 2 Ocean Drakes on their side. This will be another easy Baron since open yung bot lane.
Ooh, they're starting to set up right here. They're going at it though. Beast, the only one in the vicinity. Here comes Levi though. Teleport coming in from Mia as well. Knocked up, but no, UCC gonna go straight for this mid lane potentially. No, backing away actually.
They can go to the top lane knowing na walang Torre doon. And once they do get the inhibitors at top lane, PUP will be choked on their side lanes. And once they're choked, UCC can go to the mid lane and try to push, end the game. And actually, if they pick up some kills on the top lane, that would be game.
Great configuration right here coming in from Michelangelo. Actually pressuring mid as well because teleport is up, stand united as well. So could easily go for the response in whichever manner he pleases.
Maoka, they have to defend this inhibitor turret.
Not really able to do much though. And that will be another inhibitor down though. Splinter, sumisimple ng auto attacks dito sa side though. And in exchange, while waiting for Michelangelo with the pressure coming in towards top, this does give a little bit of leg space for Michelangelo to push out this mid lane as well. PUP just really defending as hard as they can, but how long is this gonna go?
Ito yung sinasabi ko sa'yo, na now they're choked. They get inhibitor turret, they wait for bot lane to be pushed, they get mid, if they get kills, they end the game. And as of now, I don't see a big way for PUP to come back unless UCC makes a major slip-up.
Indeed, so there we go. A little bit of a pause right there. Abangan ulit sa part 4. No,
This is part 5 na. No?
Part 5 na.
But we're nearing towards the end. Or
Yes.
is it? Who
Or
knows?
is it?
If Kog'Maw gets the leisure of time and to free hit and farm a little bit, it might turn the tables. But then again, it's an 8k gold lead. So it might be game once they get the turrets down and at least just one kill. That's I think the win condition for UCC right now. Get one kill. That's it.
Just one.
Just one.
But there you have it, folks. Man, oh man, was that an intense game. Of course, once again, for those of you that have just tuned in, you guys are watching the 2017 Local Agent League. And into the action we go, ladies and gentlemen. Fight is on. Beast gets taken down by Splinter. This is going to be quite the bloodbath that's happening right here. Shut down, though, onto Leonardo. A lot of damage taken away from PUP through that one takedown. Splinter, though, getting the kill onto Libya. These are only 3 members of PUP that'll go for the defense. Will it be enough, though? That is the question. Ultimate down for this Maokai here. 3 waves across all lanes, pushing in. So much pressure. PUP, they're back against the wall right now. UCC continuing to push. Nexus turret number 2 goes down. It's all about the Nexus at this point. Andrew trying to salvage through dealing as much damage as he can, but I don't think that'll be enough. The wave is just too great along with the champions. Ladies and gentlemen, winners for our game. Congratulations, University of Caloocan City. Hashtag teamwork.
The hashtag teamwork indeed. I mean, the kill participation for the top lane in jungle is just insane. I mean, they really just played this game really well in terms of macro. So props to UCC with this game.
Man, oh man, that was pretty intense. But I gotta say, the thing though with UCC is that, let's go ahead and check out the board here, because it really just shows in the record here. I mean, at most, Leonardo suffered the most with 5 deaths, but across the board, everybody else, pretty good job there.
Yeah, pretty good job. And pagka tinitignan naman natin sa PUP side, I mean, nakita natin kanina, halos pantay lang yung gold lead. But then again, kahit nauna yung power spike nila, hindi nila na-capitalize yun eh. Hindi katulad sa UCC, nung lumabas na yung power spike ni Cassiopeia, they utilized it sobra. Pumunta sa top lane, pinush nila, they used Herald. So, it was just really a smart move for UCC to capitalize on their strengths.
And yeah, from what I see here, sa PUP kasi, I think across the board, individually, nakikita naman talaga natin yung strengths nila. Everybody had their own thing going on across the map, but when it came time to actually come together, there's just a clear evident disconnect right there. And from how UCC played that out, really capitalized on that disconnect through their own fluidity, their teamwork, their synergy, just really well played, I gotta say. But nonetheless, ladies and gents, that has been the game. Congratulations once again to University of Caloocan City, but we still have quite a number of games ahead. Once again, we have been your casters, Arctic Cat and Service Fam. With me is Omi. This has been the 2017 Local League Summer Term. We'll be right back, fam.
And we can see the late game potential of Twitch as well.
Good timing on that stun right there. Here comes Stan United coming in from Splinter, and Michelangelo gonna go for the taunt. The counter engage is right there. Looks like Mia gonna escape right there, but still super nothing in favor of.
Oh no, Twitch is in a good position.
Indeed, gets the backline right there, forced to back away. The unofficial ace in the way. Ooh, Raphael actually gets the Blaze Prison onto Andrew right there. Splinter manages to get Levi though. Looks like the next casting will be the Syndra. Will Mia succumb as well, trying to back off. And yes, indeed, double kill for Leonardo. Fight is on. Beast gets taken down by Splinter. This is gonna be quite the bloodbath that's happening right here. Shut down though onto Leonardo. A lot of damage taken away from PUP through that one takedown. Splinter though getting the kill onto at this point. Andrew trying to salvage through dealing as much damage as he can, but I don't think that'll be enough. The wave is just too great along with the champions. Ladies and gentlemen, winners for our game. Congratulations, University of Caloocan City. Hashtag teamwork.
Yeah, hashtag teamwork indeed. I mean,
Not enough Garena shells to buy the latest League of Legends skin? On sale now? Get shells anytime, anywhere with your Globe or Touch mobile number. Go to gamer.com.ph and sign up with your mobile number and enter the verification code you will receive via SMS. Log in and choose the game and pin you want. Check out to purchase the pin with your load or through your postpaid account and receive the pin on your phone instantly. Never miss a sale on your favorite League of Legends skins and champions with Gamer.